Hello artists, Mrs. Castle here, and we're going to talk about oil pastel 4 space. Okay, we're going to use, forgot my name. We're going to use color and size to make some things look far, make shapes look far away. So I'm using a bigger piece of paper because we're using the oil pastels and the end of it is kind of fat. So it's going to be hard to make shapes that are really super tiny. I'm going to use a gray colored pencil, but I'm going to press very lightly. The reason I'm using colored pencil instead of graphite is, if I have a dark line, if you're somebody who presses really hard, and you're going to use a pastel, especially very light colors like yellow and the yellow green and a light blue, even the gray, you're going along really good, and sometimes the graphite will smear into your project, and if you try to go over the pencil, it just kind of enhances it. It makes it darker. If you look here compared to there, that line's never going away, and we can't get the graphite that has smeared into the yellow out. So the gray colored pencil isn't going to do that like graphite is. So that's why we're going to use that. Okay, so I did circles in the colored pencil one, so let's do triangles. Okay, I'm going to draw some big triangles. I'm going to draw some smaller triangles. Make some kind of peek out from behind. Okay, that should be plenty. Try to kind of fill up your paper so it feels like there's enough. If you just are doing 3 shapes, that's going to be minimal points for your practice. So we're going to use random colors again. You can, we're going to blend some of these with gray like we did in the colored pencil one if you did that one. But got a whole big stack of paper, and that's going to get awkward here in a minute. It's like, oh, I got my colored pencil one right here. We're going to do some where the colors are very, very vivid because the shapes are large. We're going to add a little bit of gray to some and a bunch of gray to other ones, to the smallest ones. So I'm going to start by filling in and we want nice, vibrant color. Okay, we've got most of the speckles gone, and that looks pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna do that one lighter. I'm going to see if I can do this one lighter. So this is kind of a sort of a medium-ish size. I'm going to fill that one in a little bit more. It was really hard. It's very difficult to do super tiny shapes with the oil pastel, so don't go too nutty making really teeny tiny things. And I've decided that I need a few more small shapes. because I'm going to do a slightly bigger shape there. Okay, just because I was feeling a little empty and I was going to run out of shapes anyway. Okay, so and you can use however many colors you want. At least 3. So if you use oil pastels for your project, I'm going to recommend that you use a bigger piece of paper for your final piece. It's just going to be easier. Some students want to pick a small piece of paper because it's because it won't take as long, but oil pastels go kind of quick anyway. So a bigger piece of paper is going to be more fair. All right, so I've got my shapes kind of filled in. The bigger ones are filled in almost completely. And the smaller ones are lighter. I use way lighter pressure on those. I'm gonna start adding gray. The smaller ones, I'm gonna be conscious of adding more gray to them. Okay, I'll go ahead and do green. So this is small, so I want to put kind of a lot of gray on it. And this one is also pretty small, so I'm gonna add a lot of gray. It's kind of a medium shape, so I'm gonna put a medium amount of gray on. I'm not gonna go nutty with the gray. Maybe this would be a good place to use a blender. Let's try that again. So I can keep my... I can fill in, but not change the brightness of my color a whole lot. Probably. Okay, oops. Keep forgetting that that one broke. Okay. Let's do this one next. It's a little bit smaller, so I want a little bit more gray. Add some more gray to it. I more graded this one. Okay, let's get my 2 red ones that are left. Okay, so that's the idea. So things that are objects that are farther away are going to be, the color is going to be less saturated. It's like a lot of gray. It's going to be very muted color. All right, so once you're done, take your, let's do an experiment. Once you're done, take your photo and go ahead and upload it. And I can't wait to see what you do for this one. And let me know if you need help. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.